All right, let's talk about another one of the best shows of the year so far, and that is Better Call
Ooh.
Saul, because AMC's Albuquerque-verse has finally come to a close after almost 15 years. Can you believe it's been
Wait,
that long since Breaking Bad premiered?
is done?
It seems like it. Vince Gilligan has talked about like kind of wanting to close the book and move on to a new
Eh,
chapter.
there's got
We'll
to
we'll
be
see how
something.
long
Yeah,
it
we'll see, we'll
lasts.
see. But did it live up to it?
I mean, it's hard to say anything else. It's just always been an incredibly well written couple of shows, but particularly Better Call Saul. I feel like the writing only gets better and more precise, and the ways in which this team of writers through both of these shows have just like reveled in their ability to back themselves into a corner that seems impossible to figure a way out of and then wriggle free somehow. It's such a joy every time they figure it out, and it always somehow, I don't know, understand it, but somehow just feels like the truest possible scenario, the truest possible end result for its
Okay.
characters. You know, this is, I think a lot of people looking back on Breaking Bad are conflicted on whether or not the right people were necessarily like punished on that show. And I think it's interesting to see the way that Better Call Saul handles it, not in terms of making sure the end feels justified, but by not ignoring the realities of what they're asking you to like go along for the ride for, right? Like ultimately when you're talking about a show that features a lawyer who helps out a drug cartel, like you can't ignore how it would be handled and the way they're able to navigate what feels like the fallout of both Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad simultaneously while sticking true to these characters is like truly marvelous stuff, like unbelievable character work. I'm
That's what
just
they're
really
known
in
for.
awe of it. The final note just feels pitch perfect, and I couldn't have it any other way. You know, there's some series finales where you don't know if that's how they should have left their characters. This one just feels exact like Breaking Bad sometimes did and Better Call Saul did a lot of the time. Like it's the only way it could have happened. So
Beautiful.
catch up on it, man.
I
Maybe just
know.
watch that final few episodes and it'll spark something in you.
I got
Caitlin
what,
watched
63
just the
hours?
last episode with me.
I wanted to, but I needed to pay its respects. I heard it was a very somber finale, but that it's in the quietness that it really hits.
Yeah, it absolutely, because it's really trying to reckon with what the toll must have been on all these characters to carry these things for this time. Because like I'm trying to say, you know, they're not just bringing to a close Better Call Saul storylines, but they're bringing to a close Breaking Bad storylines too.
Yeah.
It's firmly a show that takes into account the events from both shows in a way that doesn't feel like, I don't know, over the top or like
Hmm.
too self-indulgent. I don't know, man. I'm in awe of these shows, and I'm gonna probably go back and watch all of Better Call Saul again because it's that good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very excited for it. You've sold me on it every week. I just haven't bought it yet, but I have had it on layaway, and I can't wait to start the 60 something hours because, yeah, I've. In Vincent, we trust.
Yeah. He's a really excellent writer of television, and shouts to Peter Gould, who was the creator of the Saul character and wrote that finale and steered the ship, because it's been way more than I think anybody could have anticipated when they announced that show. I mean, when they announced that show, I thought it was one of the all-time bad ideas to take the legacy of Breaking Bad and ruin it with this silly Saul Goodman comedy.
Sodomized the legacy of Breaking Bad. And now.
And turns out that show is just as good.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm curious to see what Vince Gilligan works on next.
Yeah, same. All right, let's
AMC
go
should give
from
him a blank check, to be honest with you.
yeah, please. What else have they got going on? Tales of the Walking Dead?
Yeah. So.